If you carry multiple credit card balances from month to month, it might be easier than you think to pay off that debt quickly. The most important thing is to make a good plan and stick to it. My name is Joshua from Target Your Finances, and we are going to cover 7 strategies to paying credit card debt faster, so let's get right in. Number 1, the avalanche method. If you want to get out of debt as quick as possible, list your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Pay the minimum on each, but put all your extra money toward the debt with the highest interest rate. This is a way to pay off debt that is sometimes called the avalanche method. This is a good way to save money because, compared to other strategies, you'll have paid the least amount of interest overall. Say you can set aside $600 per month to pay off debt. You would use most of that money to pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. Once you've paid off that debt, you can put those funds toward the next highest interest debt and pay it off faster because you won't have to pay as much interest. The key to this plan is to keep making the $600 debt payment every month. When you pay off one card, you don't stop making payments. Instead, you move those payments to the next card to pay that one off faster. Paying off the most expensive balance first might be the cheapest way to get out of debt, but it won't save you money if you don't stick to it. Number 2, the snowball method. With the snowball method, you pay off your debts in order of how much you owe. Trying to pay off a debt as quickly as possible is a good way to keep yourself on track. As with the avalanche method, you make the minimum payment on each debt each month and then go all out on the one you want to pay off first. Once you've paid it off in full, you put the money you were using to pay that one off towards your next biggest debt. Number 3, think about a credit card balance transfer. Even if you have debt, you may be able to get a balance transfer credit card with a 0% APR if you have good to excellent credit. This is possible if you make your minimum monthly payments on time and keep your credit utilization ratio low. This introductory offer of no interest could last from 12 to 21 months, and you'll be able to move balances with higher interest rates to the new card. During the 0% interest period, you'll save money on the interest. This will make it easier and faster to pay off high interest debt. After the promotional period is over, you should always pay attention to the interest rate. Think about how long it will take you to pay off your credit card debt compared to the promotional period, so you don't get stuck with a higher interest rate after the 0% interest period is over. Number 4, get a handle on your spending. Before we continue, if you are enjoying the video, please leave us a like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe. We really appreciate you helping our channel. People sometimes get into credit card debt because of sudden medical bills or other emergency costs. Sometimes, debt is caused by chronic overspending, which usually means spending more than you save or have in your account. Making a budget is the next best step to getting out of debt because it will help you figure out how much you're actually spending. Once you've written down or entered all of your expenses into a spreadsheet, go through each one and look for ways to save enough money each month to pay off all your debts in 12 to 18 months. Number 5, your emergency fund should grow. If you're one of the many people who don't have much money saved, it's easy to fall into the trap of using credit cards too much, especially if you can't borrow from friends or family or cut back on spending. Before you can pay off your debt, you have to build up your savings. Before you start paying off your debts, try to save at least $500 in the short term while only making the minimum payments on your credit cards. This way, if you have an unexpected cost, you can use your savings instead of your credit card. If a person has debt and can't save anything because their income isn't high enough, they have to either cut their spending or raise their income. In the best case, they do both. Adding to your living costs with credit cards is not a good idea. Number 6, change to cash. If paying off your credit card debt is your main goal, the last thing you want to do is keep charging your expenses. Don't use your credit cards anymore. Even though it seems obvious, sometimes it's easier to say than to do. When you pay with cash, you don't add to your debt, and the psychological act of handing over physical bills can help you spend less overall. It also forces you to plan ahead and make some purchases less convenient, which makes you less likely to buy them. And number 7, debt consolidation. Debt consolidation is a good way to get rid of high-interest credit card debt by putting it all into one loan with a fixed monthly payment. By making a balance transfer, you can combine your debts, like we mentioned previously. But you could think about getting a loan to pay off your debts or even a loan against the value of your home. Debt consolidation can make it easier and cheaper to pay off your debt, but only if the interest rate on the debt consolidation loan is lower than the interest rates on your credit cards. A benefit of debt consolidation loans is that if you pay your monthly bills on time and in full, your credit score could go up. The best debt consolidation loans usually have lower interest rates than credit cards, so if you meet the requirements, you may be able to save your money on credit card debt. Thank you for watching.